now. Oh, whenever you're ready, just clap.
You want me to do the clap?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
See, he's wearing the season 1 shirt sweater I made.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen that in so long. Como va, and welcome to another episode of Super Podcast, episode 52. We are in season 6. As I Polo Parata in my luchador mask. Yeah, so how you guys are doing? I have another awesome guest who I've known for so long, and I finally got him to come to the show, Mr. Saleem.
Peace.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, brother.
So Saleem manages a lot of artists. He does he used to do event management. I don't know if he still do it.
In the cut with that a little bit.
Yeah, just give the people a little summary of what you do.
Talent manager. I manage a couple of hip hop artists. Most notably Fly Anakin and recently Cormega, who I'm now managing. Thank you. Still doing some events. But most of that is related towards the DC area when I used to be associated with the Howard Theater.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
And then just enjoying the married life and just trying to stay in the cut.
Yeah, man. I mean, congratulations on your marriage and all this and that.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
His lovely wife is here. I know you can't see her on camera, but she is here.
Yeah, my baby's
with
here.
his little doggy.
No doubt.
So, dude, I met this guy in Atlanta.
Yes.
What was that thing called again?
That was A3C.
A3C.
And we met up. We all first met in the lobby.
Yes, in the lobby, A3C.
And it was the iconic pick of Alchemist, Rock, yourself, AG the Coroner, young rapper by the name of Matt, who used to hang out with us, but now he's doing movies and stuff out in LA.
Yep.
And I forget who else was in that picture, but I know it was a lot of us.
Yeah, man. So how far we have both come from that one picture.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's so funny, like, you were doing stuff for Man Bites Dog Records.
Yes.
Then I think after that you started doing the Howard Theater stuff.
Yeah, Howard Theater, yeah.
And then segue to that, then you started managing artists.
Yes.
So it's like it's like in like 10 years you just metamorphosed into like this artist manager who has, and I'm saying like you did all this work, bro. Like I'm gonna say like I'm so proud of you, bro, because I saw you from day uno.
Yes.
From this guy saying, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm doing this for my family, stuff like that. And dude, you did it. You know what I'm saying? You told me he's gonna come to New York.
Yeah.
You told me all of this. You told me he's gonna do it. And you did it. And now you have a lovely wife and a dog, bro. Like, this is what it is. What it's about.
Yes.
So how does it feel, bro? How does it feel to you accomplish so much? And I know you're still accomplishing new things every day. But
honestly, John, it's still humbling.
Yeah.
I don't take any of this for granted because I know it can be snatched, from me anytime, any day. I just try to keep my relationships genuine and continue to display a positive attitude and, a peaceful attitude because, that's how I usually am.
Right.
And just have a penchant for trying to make things work. You know what I'm saying? So, with everything that's been happening from first starting out at Man Bites Dog, shout out to AG the Coroner, who was the spark for that, who gave me my start, and now blossoming into managing, some dope hip hop artists and still putting together some dope shows for the Howard Theater, where I was there for 5 years and had a beautiful run there. So it was one day at a time, honestly.
Yeah, so you, I know you managed Fly Anakin. He's dope.
Yes, thank you.
I love that song he did with Madlib.
Thank you very much.
Remix.
Yes, the No Do. Yeah, no, and we just did.
crazy.
Yeah, we just dropped the remix.
How did you link up with him?
Honestly, I linked up with Fly Anakin through my former artist I used to manage, Uncle John.
Yeah, I met him.
Uncle John was the one who introduced me to a lot of the Mutant Academy and a lot of this new underground renaissance, so to speak, you know, with some of the MCs that they're all, I guess, in association with. And, you know, just Anakin, whenever he came to DC, you know, he was always performing with Ankh. So it was just a genuine, you know, relationship from there. And I know when I moved to New York in March of 2021, he reached out to me in June, and I remember him saying something on Twitter. It was like, I'm in need of management, but the last management I had kind of traumatized me. You know, I didn't think on anything of it because I was still figuring out what I was doing, and at that time I had just started working with J. Period. So, you know, he called me and, you know, we had a talk, and, you know, I told him I wanted to make sure that it felt right. So, you know, I went back to Ankh, like, yo, you know I'm more so like big OG in the cut, you know, but Anakin asked me to manage him. I want to know how you feel about that. You know, off the break, he, like, blessings, that's my brother. If anything, he needs that. And then the second person I went to ask was the manager that he used to deal with. And, you know, he's a good brother of mine that I've known. I had no, you know, no inkling of what the dealings was, what they had. You know, what his relationship was to me was through a triumvirate of myself, him, and Jazz. You know, Jazz, UN Gang, who manages Rock Marciano. So, you know, we would always have our talks and things of that nature, but I wanted to let him know I wasn't swooping in to pick up his former artists, anything like that, because I knew that they have, you know, former relations. But, you know, for my conscience and for my peace of mind, you know, I wanted to put it all out there because, you know, certain things can be misconstrued out here with the quote-unquote internets. You know what I'm saying? So I know however I move, I want to make sure it's always right and exact. And when both of those two were perfectly cool with it, came back to Anakin, was like, let's rock out. And, you know, we've been moving ever since. You know, he dropped a critically acclaimed album, March 11th, titled Frank. And he has some amazing production on there, from Madlib to, you know, Gray Matter to Psycho Sid to Foisey, who is now featured on the second album that's dropping, Skinamax, and it's totally produced by Foisey. And, you know, we're gonna get things rolling at the top of the year in January. So we got some things in the bag with Fly Anakin. Yeah.
So yeah, I remember when I had my old show, you and Unc.
What was? Oh my God.
Been There, Rock That.
Yeah, Been There, Rock That with Prince.
Shout out to Prince.
Shout out to Prince.
Yeah, you guys, and even from then, bro, you changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that you're just different. You have a different aura. You know? I can remember that because I remember I asked Unc to you gonna laugh at this. But I was like, oh, spit a rap or do something or spit a line. Remember?
Yeah,
he was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I was like, Saleem was dying off of that.
Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, man. So it's hard managing one person.
Right.
You manage many.
Yeah.
You know, like, because people don't understand like the process of managing somebody. It's hard.
Yeah, it's
it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? I used to manage AG.
Yes.
It was difficult. So you don't, like, how do you get through that? Like, you just, or you just like woosah in the kitchen or something.
Well, I know a mainstay for me that helps keep me calm is my wife.
Right.
Because she was the one who told me, you know, when I get up here, don't burn out. Because she knew I was literally burning out in DC.
Right.
You know,
you were going hard in DC, I must say. Cause
that was attributed to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I had to go hard because I was, you know, behind the scenes, I was going through some dark stuff. So I just tried to keep myself busy. You know, whatever it was going on in DC, I made sure my fingerprints was all over it. So, you know, sometimes it's a woosah moment. but I think I have a talent in multitasking for certain things, you know, when it comes to certain situations. And I'm fortunate to, you know, work with artists who are, you know, self-motivated, don't need you to push the button for them to do anything. You know, it's more so I'm a buffer in place to make sure that, you know, if certain things come their way, it's right and exact. If it's not right, let's move past to the next one. And then at the same time, I'm here to try to gain them certain opportunities through booking, whether it's, you know, shows, you know, interviews, whatever the case may be. And, you know, whatever comes along with that, and been fortunate that there's been a lot of blessings that comes along with that. And I just try to attribute it to each, you know, artist I work with in whatever capacity they need me.
Right, because you definitely got to be like a people person. Because all these artists you have, they all different people. And, you know what I'm saying? It's like they all in some way, you know, are different. You know what I'm saying? You can't like talk to one and then talk to the same.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to have an art. You know, that's an art in itself. I tell people that.
Thank you. I never looked at it that way.
It's, dude, trust me. Me like managing this person and then have to talk to this person, you can't talk to people the same way because people take things different.
Yeah, they definitely do.
You can be normal with somebody and they'll be like, oh, well, Saleem said this, you know, and they'll get upset.
Right.
And you just said something normal.
I'm just saying normal.
You know?
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, man, so you still do stuff with Rock.
Yeah. Actually I'm kind of supposed to kind of like keep that on the hush, but
right.
You know, I'm gonna, you know, starting in 2023, you know, I'll be tour management for Rock.
Blood clot.
Yeah. So
Lick a shot.
Like
I'm gonna drink for that. Jesus.
So
peace.
I'm literally you know, just from him and Jazz, you know, welcoming me into, you know,
shout out to Jazz.
Their cipher, you know, I didn't think that this, you know, going on 10-year journey with them would, you know, come to, you know, this. I would just more so played in the cut, you know, help with rollout, definitely promotion, you know, run, you know, the team social, you know, for Rock, make sure we engage with the fans and things of that nature, and, you know, work side by side, right hand with my man Jazz on, you know, whenever he need me in whatever capacity that Rock needed me. But a lot of things came to fruition this year, you know, with the drop of the Elephant Man's Bones. And, you know, just started looking a lot more opportunities just started coming, you know, Rock's way via that album. And, you know, my brother just started calling me out the blue. And I was like, my wife would tell you, I would be surprised looking at my phone, like, what's up? You know, anytime I check in with him, I'm asking him what's popping with him, what we doing.
Right.
And then when he started checking with me, I started noticing the relationship started to change in a more, definitely in a positive manner, but I started seeing him, he's like, okay, this guy been with me 10 years in the cut and never asked me for nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I guess he seen that and he seen my loyalty and wanted to make sure that I was, you know, rewarded for it.
Because, bro, you deserve it. You've been doing so much for him. Because trust me, I was there. You know what I'm saying? These shows, all the shows, the Highline Ballroom show, the show he did like here or there. Like, you always a connector in some shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's only right he keeps somebody that he knows has his best interest in mind.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm honestly super thankful for that.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Rockers, man, that's somebody I can just, like, now I can just call and just build with. And it literally isn't about the music or what's next. It's literally about, yo, what's up with life? Yo, how you doing? Like, or what you working on next, or what you got going for you. So, you know, it wasn't like that before. But, you know, I guess going on my 10,000 hours, man, you know, you start seeing some things differently. So
yeah, bro.
I'm simply thankful.
I'm glad you still around that aura, because, I mean, I remember, Rock is amazing, bro.
Yes.
And I've seen him perform in Atlanta. I've seen him perform in New York. I've seen him perform in
he's different.
DC.
He's different.
He's different, bro.
Yes.
He's different.
He's different.
So it's good that you're around.
Still
that.
connected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still connected. Cause
Yeah, for sure.
you've done a lot.
Thank you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know,
brother, man.
because I know your side of it.
Yeah.
You know, like I know okay, I'm gonna run his meet and greet, or I'm gonna connect him with this one so this can happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
For
that was
sure.
all you, bro. You should be proud of that.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to help connect the dots.
Yeah,
Somebody connect the dots for me.
Yeah.
It's just, I show my equality, as we say in, the 5% nation. What I want for my brothers and sisters, what I want for myself is what I want for my brother and my sister. So, why not try to pay it forward, when I can, because I know it will, be reciprocated.
Yeah.
In some form or fashion.
Yeah, but it is good. But it is being reciprocated. All that good hard work you put out, you're starting to see the fruition of it.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Thankful.
I'm thankful you're seeing it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the road you traveled.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? I've seen the trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Firsthand.
Firsthand, all 10 years.
And we all have them.
Yeah.
But look, you here. Got a little Shibu Inu.
Yeah, Dilla, what up?
Sheesh. Sheesh. But anyway, are you happy that there's a African nation in the semifinal of the World Cup?
I'm always happy, whenever we got at least a representative of the continent in there.
Morocco.
So Morocco
is in the Final Four.
Shout out to Morocco, Northern Africa. They do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still, Black Star to the heart.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Ghana 4 out there. Yeah.
Yeah, my Brazilians.
Yeah, I know, bro. That's if anything, that's my second team. I have a personal
Molto
connection to them.
triste.
Yeah, definitely a personal connection to Brazil for sure.
Pele is his godfather, Walter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I'll give you a little story. So I met Pele. I forgot when I met him. Maybe I want to say 7 years ago. But I did meet him, and I was like, "Oh, I know your godson." And he was like, "Oh, and he knew. Like he was like, "Oh, for real?" Tell him I said hi. I was like, and I was just at that point, I was like, "Oh, so
yeah," because it was serious. Like
no wrong in my book."
This guy here, his Pola Pirata, my guy here. I was scrolling IG one day, and I'm like, "Yo, he's sitting with my godfather. What is Pele doing in New York?" So I hit him, and he's like, "Yeah, I asked him about you." I was like, "Oh shit."
One of the first things I asked him, I said, no, I didn't ask him. I just said, I know your godson. He laughed, and then he's like, oh, tell him I said hi. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So he didn't forget about you.
No, he definitely has it. Definitely has it.
He's having little health problems, but,
yeah. We're definitely...
hopefully he pulls through.
I build that he pulls through as well. But, when that kind of news comes out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I understand how quick they were, they wanted to make sure that they can control the narrative, but I kind of already accepted it for what it is. So I just honestly, I hope God Pops is comfortable.
Yeah, because they say he's doing better.
His spirit was definitely up.
Right.
I think he was definitely feeling the love worldwide. So, hopefully that has helped in some form or fashion. Yeah.
So, so beside all this, so we found out you recently started managing Cormega.
Yes.
So how did that happen?
Bro, honestly,
I'm not surprised.
No, I honestly didn't think that. No, it's crazy because a week and a half before that, we're at Nas's, King's Disease 3
Yeah, I saw
party.
you in the videos.
Yeah, a lot of people were in. He's like, "Yo, was that you in the cut?"
Saw you in the cut, right behind J. Period.
Yes, of course. So J. Period,
Yeah.
of course, who I work with,
Right.
was DJing the party that evening. And then like a week and a half later, I get a text from this dope project manager / PR, like she does everything. Her name is Dove Clark. And she reached out to me and she was telling me that she, mentioned my name to Cormega and about management and said he was interested. And I was like, okay, well, we'll have a talk. So, we started the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
Peace. Yeah, we know each other through mutual people.
Right.
Cool. All right, well, we'll talk whenever you're ready. I wasn't going to press the situation.
Right.
And then, like 4 or 5 days later, my brother Magnetic Wave, also known as Alex, down with Sweet Chick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Magnetic Wave. He hit me because Cormega had hit him about asking about how he can get some shows.
Mm-hmm.
Alex is like, yeah, I'm gonna link you up with my guy, Saleem.
Mm-hmm.
And Corey was like, that's the dude I was supposed to call. Let me call him.
Right.
And he called me and he was like, yo, I didn't know you know Magnetic. I'm like, yeah. I didn't know you knew Lord Ness. Yeah. I didn't know you.
Shout out to Lord Ness.
Yeah, it's like
his
degrees of separation of people that we all knew. And he was
Right.
like, okay, this is right. Let's get to it. I think I thought about it probably about maybe a day or two. And I was like, however you want to move, let's move.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, let's get busy. And, for somebody of his caliber
Mm-hmm.
who hasn't had a manager for 20 plus years,
Really?
he's a Grammy-winning award artist. He's a Source Award, winning hip-hop artist.
Mm.
He's an author, and he's laid down classics, in the independent wave that was a blueprint for a lot of these artists that are out here moving now. And for him to ask for management in this stage of his career, honestly, I think, he's his own machine. But for him to trust me to work with him, that's definitely like a super blessing. Like, you gotta imagine, man, in 94, I was back in DC, running around the streets, and Illmatic was in my Walkman.
Right.
Not a CD, it was in my Walkman cassette tape.
Mm-hmm.
And, you hear the line with Cormega, and then just to turn around and I'm, a week and a half before, I'm chilling with Nas and them, and then now I'm managing one of his right-hand man.
Mm-hmm.
And you would literally think somebody just like wrote that script, but I guess the universe has something in line for me. So
yeah, the universe is keeping you busy.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because when I saw that, I was like, wow.
Yeah, bro.
What the hell?
Sometimes I still sit back and be like, I still have to like pinch myself a little bit, because you're fans of the people that you work with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say that, like, growing up, I was always wondering who this guy, the God Rakim, was. And then later in my years, I work with him constantly.
Yeah.
And then, you're running around in the college campuses, 93, 94, and running around the streets, and then you're wondering who this Wu-Tang Clan is. And then you turn around and you work with every Clan member. Mm-hmm. And then you end up working, stage managing their 25th anniversary of 36 Chambers. Like, there's so many things that I could imagine. Like, I came up in the 80s and 90s of listening to that, and then to turn around and work with all of these amazing artists, it's just, sometimes it's just seriously mind-blowing, honestly.
Yeah, especially like when you was working at the Howard. You was running into everybody.
Everybody came through the Howard Theater. I'm so thankful for that place, because that literally jump-started a lot of stuff, with the live event space. If it wasn't for the Howard Theater, I wouldn't have linked with, Trey Chaney, who played Poot on the Wire and is now getting ready to...
That's the dude who lives in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, he's in Atlanta. I tour manage him because he's also, a music artist. He's an entertainer.
Right.
But, now he's being featured in BMF at the top of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So, from, working with Sheila E. to Morris Day, and, Robert Glasper, and then turn around, one night it's the Lox, or another night it's Jizza, and then another night Mo Def come through. Like, it's just so many people within 5 years that...
50 Cent.
50 Cent, KRS-One,
Mm-hmm.
Lauryn Hill, Floetry.
Yeah.
I can go on and on. Sometimes I think back and I forget, because sometimes, when you you have those memories that pop up.
Well, you got all the pictures.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah.
I archived a lot.
Yeah.
I archived a
Walter,
lot.
he has pictures with everybody. And I'm not saying that just to be saying that. He has pictures with everybody. I thought I had pictures with a lot of people. This guy right here. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget Chappelle.
Yeah, definitely Dave. That's a total blessing. If it wasn't for, like again, working with Jay Period, when I moved here 2021, he hit me up in April of 2021 and was like, now we know that you're up here, because we worked with each other whenever he would come down to DC and do things at the Kennedy Center. Right. For the, the hip hop division over there. Yeah. And I would usually do a lot of marketing and promotion for them and be part of their, events, doing giveaways and things of that nature. And, when he found out I moved to Brooklyn, he was like, all right, now it's time to work. Right. So the first actual gig was the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Oh, nice. Where he was the first artist to appear on the Tonight Show since the pandemic. And it was Tiffany Goucher and Black Thought, and it was for the single that was off his album, Story to Tell, which was narrated by Dave Chappelle. Right. And just through that, and then ended up getting to, work with Dave or being invited to certain things that he had. I knew him before because his main security is one of my mentors. Right. And they all come from DC. Right, Dave's from DC too. So when I first met Dave, I met him with my youngest daughter. It was in 2017. Yeah. And it was literally 3 days after Prodigy passed away. Wow. And I was like, okay, this makes my day. We get to go meet Dave, because my mentor was like, yo, he's in the city. I told him you're coming. Go there. He's there with his wife. And then from then on, it's been literally mutual. So once you get to work with Jay Period, and he's hanging out in Yellow Springs with Dave, and then whenever Dave is doing something in New York or DC and wants to include Jay, all right, Saleem, pack up. It's time to go. We got stuff to do. So it's been a total blessing, man. Like, seriously.
Same for us. Remember when, what's his name? Major Hype?
Yeah, Major Hype. Remember? That's my brother.
We came from New York. Yeah. Then Saleem was like, yo, I got y'all. Then
was I even there?
Yeah, we went to the hotel. We met him.
Oh, yeah. I took you to the hotel.
We met his manager. We met him.
Yes.
And then we went to the show.
Yes.
And that was all because of you.
Yeah. Shout out to Major Hype, one of the funniest.
That was dope.
Yeah, that's my brother right there. He's one of the most personable people, and all just so super down. So as soon as I told him that, yo, we're coming to town, he was like, yeah, link it up. Yeah. I'm like, sure enough.
So like one hand wash the other, I always say so.
Indeed.
But bro, you do a podcast too. Chopping It Up podcast.
Yes, Chopping It Up with the Conduit.
How do you feel about podcasting? Because I know that wasn't your thing.
It wasn't my thing. It was something I loved listening to and getting into. But I never thought that was something that I would actually start doing. And it was all at the urging of, my wife. At the time, when we were recording each other and things of that nature, and this was during the pandemic, and I had a lot of people just keep reaching out, like, yo, what are you doing? Right. Since, you're not in the live event space, like, what are you doing with your downtime? I was seeing everybody doing things on IG, or I was like, I'm not even thinking about it. I don't want to get into that. But I kept getting more questions. So I was like, all right, let me just ask my brother, if he want to go on with me, and we'll see how the first episode goes. So I hit up my brother, John Forte, who started our first episode. And I think that the first episode, we put it up the live on IG, and it just like got crazy views and mentions. And she hit me, and she was like, yo, you have a talent. You have a gift. I'm like, I didn't know. She was like, I think you should push and continue to do this. And I honestly was nervous. Right. And then she was like, no, just all you're doing is having a conversation with the people you worked with or right? Right. Like, yeah. It's like, okay. So hit up my second guest. I was Rock Marciano, right? Hit up Rock. Rock was like, yeah, I'll chop it up with you. Got on IG Live, and then he gave us the first exclusive of, I already knew he was working on Marcialago and everything,
Right.
but that was the first time we let the world know what he was working on.
He don't do podcasts.
No,
like
he
that.
doesn't do podcasts.
Yeah.
So it's for him to sit down with me. He was like, yeah, let's do it. That was a super win.
That was a big win right there.
And then she was like, okay, you're on to something.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be your next guest? And the next guest was DJ Doo-Wop.
Okay.
And that's, my brother. Shout out to Doo-Wop. And we talked on, for a nice, good 45 minutes to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to get your SoundCloud together. We need to get you registered, this and that. And then after that, everybody just started coming on, from Pete Rock to Bumpy Knuckles.
Right.
And
so how many seasons? You did like 5 seasons?
we did 4 seasons. We're about to start the 5th season in the new year, 2023. We're definitely going to be doing it in studio. Some of my guests will be, wink, wink.
Walter, you're going to be busy.
So some of it will be online due to, the guests who might not be in town, but a majority of the guests, whoever, are in the new NYC area, we're gonna turn around and do something new, because a lot of the guests that I asked would come on. It was like, yo, you're gonna go into a studio? And I told my wife, she was like, okay, I think it's time. We can go ahead and see what that's about. So.
As a podcaster, do you find it hard to maintain a certain type of podcast? Because it's hard maintaining a podcast.
Yeah, it's hard. I honestly could.
Getting guests.
Yeah, getting guests.
And just keeping the momentum going.
Yeah.
It literally can go from guest to guest. Like, you can have a guest that people love, and then you can have a show where people hate.
Yeah.
And then it'll just keep on going.
Well, that's where, I learned from her. She taught me how to pivot. We don't have to keep interviewing artists. We can do people behind the scenes.
And that's important, bro.
So we started covering, I started reaching out to, managers that I know, and people behind the scenes who were big wigs that were, doing the stuff behind the scenes but never get the recognition. So, I had my other mentor, my big brother, Big Block, who brought Boys in the Hood. Him come on and talk about Bad Boy South and what he's done to the game and what he done with Jeezy, so on and so forth. Or I would have Dove Clark on, who, she's this project manager, but at the same time, she's worked with the likes of a Jermaine Dupri to, a plethora of stars, DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia, go on, so on and so forth. Or I can talk to a gentleman like my brother, Daytwan Thomas, editor-in-chief of, Vibe Magazine, and get his perspective on his life, because he helped cover the culture. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the one who's always rhyming. You know, I even, interview producers and DJs and things of that nature. So we want to make sure we cover the whole spectrum.
That's what you should, because I tell people, everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And if you're so strung out on just, let's say, interviewing a celebrity, you're gonna miss a whole bunch.
You're gonna miss a whole bunch. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I tell people that because I've done over 100 episodes between 2 podcasts, and it's like I like the people that are in the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Why? Because they always have the most interesting stories.
Facts.
I can always get we all know famous people. I can always get them, and they'll just tell me the same stories I know that they did over and over again.
Right. Now, see, when I come from, now, pardon me for cutting your wisdom.
Go.
But when it comes to that, I make sure that, I go back and listen to interviews that the artists or people I had on before, and I make sure that each question is different. I'm not asking them the same stuff.
Right.
We're literally having an actual conversation, and if it leads into a story that they want to talk about, and they'll talk about it, but they'll be more in depth with me than they would with a person that they're not comfortable with.
Yep.
Like, perfect example, when we had Doo-Wop, and Doo-Wop revealed to me about when Prodigy came in on a session of a song, because there was the squabbling going back and forth between Prodigy and Jay-Z. And like Doo-Wop was literally at the center of it.
Right.
And he told his story about how Prodigy came in behind and just started going, like, it blew my mind. Like, I had no idea about this, particular story. I was happy that we were the first ones who got it. 3 years later, 2-3 years later, he just talked about the same story on Rosenberg and Cypher's like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, see?
I wanted to dig and text Rosenberg like, yeah, bro, I had that first, but I'm going to let them live.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, your exclusive was my exclusive. Joke.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but
yeah, because and exactly what he let off with it as a highlight. That.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, we did that.
Yeah. And that's what I told you. Even we've had conversations about your podcast. I think we, you should have artists. Because I told you.
Yeah, you want to get me the graph artist.
Danny Cortez.
Yes.
Like that. You should definitely get into that. There's so many artists that you can, I just had Al Diaz, he writes, he writes Samo. He used to be with Basquiat and all that.
Okay.
I just had him on.
Wow.
And I just think that that's a void that you can hit up and you have another audience listening to your stuff.
We definitely trying to expand the brand, but when we took this hiatus, a lot of it came because my management of artists and a lot of
that's what I was gonna tell you.
That's what traveling. So
yeah, how do you have time to do a podcast with your schedule? I'm just saying.
I mean, honestly, this was the first time we took this long hiatus.
Right.
Usually we take maybe a month and a half, 2 month hiatus and then get right back into it.
Yeah.
This time right now, I don't think we've recorded a podcast in probably maybe 4 or 5 months.
Really?
My last podcast was pro skater Steve Stedham, who was just recently inducted to the Skateboard Hall of Fame.
Nice.
So that was the last one. But my new going into the new year, we got a couple ones under the belt that's going to surprise some people. And the thing about it that is going into this live format, I think it's just going to help grow it even more.
Yeah, because I do like 3 months. Like once I finish a season, I take 3 months.
Take 3 months, yeah.
But during that 3 months, I'm still recording.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm just not recording to bring out.
Right.
Like right now, I'm in my little 3 month thing.
Okay.
So I'll start back in February, but I work on merch and stuff like that, and just creating partnerships with, I get a lot of stuff free now. So
yeah, I know.
I like to continue that.
Right, continue that.
So I gotta it's a whole business.
Free stuff is good.
Oh yeah, it's amazing, bro.
Indeed.
Sponsors is just amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely what we're gonna have to talk about because that's the realm that we want to definitely start.
Trust me, they come
pushing more.
Yeah, they come.
Okay.
They literally. They'll knock on your door. Hey, you do this podcast? Well, I have this. But yeah, man. So what is the what are you working on new now?
New now, right now. I already got 5 locked down starting for, the podcast starting 2023.
Nice.
Right now, we're just on wind down time, honestly, because everything is coming 2023. January 7th, we'll be in Amityville, New York, at the Amityville Music House.
Right.
Cormega will be there with performing with a live band.
Nice.
We'll have some special guests. Also, January starts the rollout of Skinamax from Fly Anakin on Lex Records, and we'll be dropping the first single, Blicky Bop. I think January 11th, and that's produced totally by Foisey. So, I'm working with some other artists. My other artist, Turish Benji, just released the Ultrasound EP.
Nice.
I would like for people to go check him out. He's definitely has a different star power. He was featured heavily on Pink Seafood's album Gumbo. So he was part of Seafood's GK fam, and we got to know him at South by Southwest last March, and he came aboard April under management. And been, getting him in tune.
Yeah.
To get ready, have a nice 2023, and then of course, I also work with the producer Sadhu Gold, who has a lot of placements on a lot of Griselda work and with Makami and Tyler the Creator, and also Rim the Villain, formerly of our brother Sean Price, artist. And he's got a couple stuff in the cut, Rembrandt, and then a collab album coming with Pete Rock.
Wow.
So trying to work, man.
You trying? Or I think you're doing, buddy. Trying. Shit. I try. But one thing I say, you make sure you make merch for your podcast, bro.
Yeah, we definitely.
I'm just saying. Trust me, like
it works.
It works. You know what I'm saying? I've made so much merch, and it's like all over the place now. But don't let that. Don't. You got to make merch, bro.
Definitely.
I'm just telling you.
All right.
Yeah.
I definitely got that locked in up here for sure.
Yeah, merch. Because
chopping it up with the conduit.
Yeah.
Podcast on Vivo.
No, that's good, bro. So let me see. Anything else you want to cover? Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Ski Black, and rest in peace, Hovain.
Yeah,
and Hovain was my brother.
Yeah, rest in peace.
You know,
man.
I can remember back in the days I gave him a Fendi like a satchel. Yeah, that's when, because he used to always be with Troy Ave. And when I used to always see Hovain at the Brooklyn Nets games, and because I used to always be in the suites, and he used to always be there, but he didn't want nobody to know he was there. So I don't know, but he was a good dude, bro.
Yeah, definitely was.
He was a good dude.
Yeah, rest in peace to that brother. He was actually the one who was instrumental in helping get Trey Chaney the placement for BMF.
Nice.
So, you know, if it wasn't for Hovain.
Yeah, he was a dot connector, bro.
Big time. And that's it's funny because when I hear about him and I look at what he does, I think I don't know. In a sense, I think I have patterned myself kind of to like what he does, whereas he has his hands in a lot of things behind the scenes. And I would like to think, you know, I kind of move in that manner too, with a lot of stuff that I help, you know, connect behind the scenes. So, you know, when that passing, you know, came, that hit hard. So, you know, rest in peace to Hovain, and definitely salutes to it, you know, and love to his family. And rest in peace to Ski as well, man. I already know what time it is. I already know what time it is.
Low life legend.
Yeah, low life legend.
Yeah, man. I'm tongue tied. But how's your family, bro?
Yeah, man, they're hanging in there, man. The babies, you know, they're big, of course, now. You know, all doing their thing, and right now, little one, she got up here with me.
Yeah, I see.
You know, this is the new one. This is my Shiba Inu Dilla.
She said, I'm going on.
Yes. And,
I'm going on this.
She's the official mascot for the J Dilla Foundation.
There you go.
We actually got the actual blessing from official Ma Dukes and her husband, Tony, who are good friends of ours.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's a lot of people that would take a certain person's name and not ask permission.
Right.
So when my wife was like, I want to name her Dilla, I was like, well, let's ask Ma Dukes first and see if that's cool. And
get that
Ma Dukes was like, oh yeah, she down with it, and we're gonna make her the official mascot for the foundation.
Look at that.
Yeah. So she a true Dilla dog.
I see. And she's sitting on the couch and chilling.
She's chilling.
She said, I'm on this show. Forget about y'all. It's my show. But anyway, where can they find you on the internets if you want to be found?
The internets, you can find me on Twitter or Instagram, Baba_LP_7. And y'all can go to choppingitupodcast.com, and chopping is without a G. And y'all can go on there and click on the links and, you know, catch up on our episodes starting from season 1 all the way up to now.
So when does the new season start?
Starting January 2023.
January 2023.
Yeah, January 2023.
Now, don't say stuff and then don't do it.
I feel you, bro, because I know you want me here.
I'm just saying, don't say stuff because they'll, trust me, they're
going to be looking.
They will hunt you down.
Yeah, I know.
January kind of like, what happened?
Well, where's the show? What's going on? Yeah.
They'll be clicking on the links.
Yeah. It's coming.
You're going to have to come with an apology video.
It's coming. I ain't got no problem doing it.
A little 15-second video like, Listen, we said January.
We might.
I was joking. It was February.
Yeah, February got some big things coming too,
Yes.
so we have to wait and see how that.
Like
looks.
for me, my show starts February, I think 5th. But I already have the episode uploaded on YouTube for February 5th.
Okay.
So no matter rain, sleet, or snow,
it's going up.
It's going to drop.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind when you're telling people that it's going to drop, because they're gonna be ready. Like, okay,
you want to get on camera, baby?
She's on camera now, I think.
On camera now.
Walter, she's on camera, right?
Yeah. Say what's up, Dylan.
You know what I'm saying? We got doggies on camera.
Yeah, that's peace.
You know what I'm saying? Now this is the show. We got Shiba Inus.
You had to get on. You had to get up here, huh? Okay,
so speaking about Shiba Inus, I had one 10 years ago, and I paid $1,500 for her. And I ended up giving her up.
Oh wow!
I gave her away to one of my cousins because I moved into an apartment where they wouldn't take dogs. I was just heartbroken. I was like, really? I get rid of my dog?
So then you see her today now.
And I see her, and it brings it all back. Like it all hits me like a ton of bricks. I feel so bad I gave up my dog. But they're beautiful dogs.
Yes, she is.
You know, they have black ones, brown ones, and the white. I always wanted a white though. Some reason I always wanted a white dog. I don't know why.
Yeah, she was something super special because her brother, when we went to go to the what's the name of the place, man? Manhattan Puppies or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they put us in a little seating area, and it's like, okay, if there's a dog, we're gonna bring it to you. Or something you think about. So we're sitting in there, and then they bring her brother out first, and he was like reddish brown, and he just comes in there, and he's not coming near us at all. He's being a little shithead. I'm like, all right, man, let's go. Then they took us over to another area.
Right.
So she was in there.
Right.
But then there was this little cocker spaniel in there. Little cocker spaniel was super cute, man, like just running around.
Yeah.
But the thing that fucked it up for us, cocker spaniel started nipping at our sneakers.
Oh.
I mean, like, nah, that's a dub.
Gotta keep that there.
And then every time she was trying to come towards us, the cocker spaniel was like bowing her out the way. Like, nah, these are my peoples. He's like, no, we want to have some chill time with her. So they took us back over to another space with just her. And she got in right between us and fell asleep.
Oh, there it is.
We knew it was her.
She knew she was going home.
Yeah, that was it. So
did they have any black ones there?
Not that I remember.
Just the brownish red one?
Just the brown ones, and she was the only one there that color.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you hit the jackpot. You got a white Shiba Inu.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Some people are so lucky.
Yes. Yes, we are blessed.
Yeah. So, okay, guys, we're going to wrap this up. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, the Super P Podcast. If you sign up to my Patreon, you can get this episode tonight when I upload it. If not, you have to wait till February. So the choice is yours. You can pay $5 and see Saleem with his dog, or you can wait till February and see it on YouTube. It's all up to you. Thank you for coming, my brother.
Thanks for having me, my brother.
Hopefully you come back.
Yes, definitely.
You know, bring some of your artistes.
Yeah, I think
or just come and just record your podcast.
Yes, that's another thing I know you're gonna hit me.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think you will be great here.
Well, I thank you for the huge welcome, brother.
You know, once you know Walter. There's Josh. You know, he's the owner of this place.
Okay.
I think I gave you his number.
Yes, you did.
So just connect with him.
Yeah, connect and reach out.
And bro, I'm telling you, you can do wonders here.
For sure.
And bring your dog.
Yeah.
And your wife.
Yeah.
It's all good. Everybody's welcome. But yes, we'll be back with another show very, very soon. I don't know who the next guest is because, people.
It's okay if I get a quick shout out?
Go ahead.
Yo, peace to the gods and the earths and the babies. Shout out to Fly Anakin, Cormega, Torridge Benji, Sadu Gold, Rim the Villain, Trey Cheney. Y'all make sure you go check all of them out, man. We out here. We trying to do some work.
And on that note, we are out of here. Ciao, Super P Podcast.